Come on, everybody. Let us just put our hands together because we made it here tonight and we have so much to be thankful for. Come on, somebody. You can do better than that. Come on, you got something to thank Him for tonight. Oh, come on, you got something to thank Him for tonight. When you look back over your life and you see all the things that He's done for you, your soul will cry out. Thank you tonight. Oh, I'm so thankful tonight. I'm thankful for the opportunity to be here. I'm thankful for the opportunity to know such a great woman like Dr. Cherie Donaldson. Come on and give it up for her and her family tonight. Oh my goodness, such a diamond in the rough. I am so honored to know her. First of all, I would like to give honor to the Most High, who is the head of my life. I'm not just saying that because we hear it often, but I really love Him. I love Him, and He is the head of my life. I would like to thank Dr. Donaldson and her husband, Robert, for giving me the opportunity to stand before you and to speak on tonight's occasion. Also, I would like to thank my overseer, my pastor, my husband of 24 years, Mr. Willie Smith, for attending tonight and always being there to support me in all that I do. Our theme tonight is caring with compassion. Caring means to show or display kindness and concern for others. Compassion means to be sympathetic for the concerns, the misfortunes, and the sufferings of others. For the last 5 years, Complete Care Solutions has been displaying kindness and concerns for their community by doing it with a compassionate approach. I want to talk a little bit about a parable which was in the scripture. There was a man that fell among robbers and thieves, the scripture says. They beat him, they stripped him, and they left the man half dead. He was lying on the side of the road needing medical attention. They had taken everything that he had, and they left him for dead. He needed attention for his bruises, his scrapes, his cuts, his pain. He had mental health concerns. He needed hospitalization. That man had been through something. And they left him on the side of the road just to die after taking everything that he had. And it seemed like it was a situation that was so bleak and so grim. But it was an opportunity for someone to do something, for someone to care, and for someone to have compassion on him in that situation. Because this man was going through. He had been beaten. He had been left for dead. They had taken his money. That's a bad situation. Well, the scripture later tells us that a few people passed by and they seen what was going on in his life. What had happened to this man that was laying on the side of the road. The first person that passed by was a priest. And he is a representation of the pastors, the bishops, the overseers, those who are in leadership. And anybody is a representation of the church folk. Those who are supposed to love and those who are supposed to give and show kindness and compassion. Well, the scripture says that they looked at the man, they observed him, laying over there, half dead, beaten with his clothes Send one more person. And it just fills my heart because he's in a Good Samaritan. And a Good Samaritan was just a common person. A person who cared. A person that observed and identified what he was going through. A person that wanted to give help. A person that looked beyond themselves to see the need of someone else. And to say that this Good Samaritan, he had a heart to show kindness. He had sympathy when he seen this man hurting and in pain and broken and at the end of his rope. So the Samaritan, he provided medical attention to the patient because he needed it. He assessed him. He treated his wounds and he bandaged him up. And then he diagnosed him, gave him a treatment plan, and then gave him a prescription. He poured oil and wine on his wounds so that he could heal him. He could make him better. He placed him on a donkey, and he provided transportation, and he took him to a crisis center where he could rest and heal and get the help that he needed. He took him there so he could be stabilized, right? Because he had been through a crisis. So many times, Dr. Sharia dealing with people who have been through a crisis. She takes time out with them, and she provides medical care, counseling. She gives prescriptions. She shows care. She shows concern for those who are less fortunate, for those who have fallen by the wayside, those who don't have money. But she never turns them away. She goes ahead and she treats them. And she uses it as an opportunity to be a blessing to someone who is really in need. And not only did the Samaritan do all of that, but the next day, he went to the innkeeper. He went to the crisis center facilitator, let me say it like that. And he said, well, he was robbed and they took all of his money. So he doesn't have any money. So I'm going to give him a payment voucher. And if he needs any more medical attention, let me know. And I'm going to take care of it. So many times, Dr. Sharia, she has this scholarship fund where she has given back to the community. People that don't have money for services. She has seen those people, took care of them. Even in the midst of them not having one grand quarter. She is a type of Samaritan. She and her family are Good Samaritans. They are lights in the community, doing a work. She needs your help. And it's not always about money. It's not always about money. But you can share the business on your Facebook page. You can talk to others about what Complete Care is doing and how they're making a difference in the community. As we see in this parable that the priest, the pastor, the bishop, the overseer passed by, the church folk turned their head and had their nose up. But see, the Most High is looking for you all to help. He's looking for you all to open up your hearts and to learn how to be a greater blessing. in the community. And I want to say that Dr. Donaldson and her husband Robert are a type of Good Samaritans. And I want to leave you with these words tonight. I want to encourage you all that as you strive to complete the vision that the Most High have given to you, it won't be easy. But He's going to send you people like He sent that Good Samaritan to help you in what you needed to do. And I want to encourage you to keep the faith. Because without faith, it's impossible to please the Most High. So keep your faith. Through it all, keep your faith. So continue to move forward. And as I was in prayer, seeking Him on the guidance, what I needed to speak about, He wanted me to tell you and Robert that He is pleased with your service. Come on, give Him a word. He is pleased with your service. And I want to end on these words. Be faithful. Be faithful. Because the best is yet to come. Thank you.
Complete Care Solutions PLC